This is Nick with logosbynick.com, and in this tutorial I'll be demonstrating how you can create this vectorized dripping text effect using Affinity Designer. And if you'd like to learn more about how this software works, be sure to check out my masterclass where I go through every single tool and feature in Affinity Designer and I explain what it is and demonstrate how it works. We even have a private community area where you can ask questions and get help from me anytime you want. I'll have a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. So to get us started here, I'm going to open up a new document. And I'm going to grab the artistic text tool, which is located over here, and I'm going to click on the canvas till we get the blinking cursor. And for this demonstration, I'm just going to use the word drip right here. Now let me select all of this by triple clicking it, and I'm going to look for the font that I'd like to use. For this demonstration, I'll be using this font right here called Ghost Type, but you can use whatever font you would like, obviously. I'm just going to change the style of this a bit. I'm going to go back to the font up here, and I want to use this one right here for this. I like how that tail looks in the letter P. So I'm going to take that now. Let me zoom back out. I'm going to scale this up like that. Place this towards the center of the page. And what I want to do is convert this to curves. I want to change this from a text object to an actual vector path so that we can edit the nodes. I'm going to come up here with the select tool enabled and the text selected up here where it says convert to curves. Go ahead and click on that button. And then we want to ungroup this. So we'll come up here to where it says layer and go to ungroup. And if you click off of that, you should see these are now individual letters that you can click on one by one. So let's go over how to add a dripping effect to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the first letter right here, and I'm going to grab the node tool, which is located right here, or you could press the letter A on your keyboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in down here. I'm going to hold Control and roll up the mouse wheel a few times to zoom in. And I'm going to move the page around by pressing down the mouse wheel and moving the mouse. And if you notice, we have these little nodes right here. I'm just going to take this node and click and drag this down like that to make it look like it's dripping. But I got to change the contour of this a little bit to make it look a little more realistic. So I'm going to take these handles out here and bring them out like this. And then I'll take these handles over here and I'll bring them in like this. And then I'll just go ahead and adjust this until it has the look that I'm going for. And if at any point you want to zoom out to see how it looks, which can be helpful, sometimes it's good to see like a total view of how it looks. You can just hold Control and roll down your mouse wheel to zoom back out like that, and you can see how it's coming along here. So let me zoom back in. Let me grab the node tool again, click on this. Now if you notice, there's no node. I want to put another drip right here. There's no nodes between here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right there to add a new node, and I'm just going to click and drag this down like that. I'm going to make this a different looking drip, maybe a wider one that doesn't trail down so much. Let me adjust this handle right here. We make this look a little more fluid. And there we go. If you zoom out, you can see it's starting to come together here. So let me add a few more drips in here. I'm going to come back up here. I already have a node right here, so I'm just going to click and drag that one down like that. Let me bring these handles out like this. I'm going to bring this handle in like this. And there we go. Now if you notice, we have the nice dip in there like that, but the problem is it doesn't expand out here to look like an actual drip. So I'm going to take these handles and bring them out. You want to make this look like an actual drip where it gets thinner at the bottom or thinner at the top and then wider at the bottom. So let me adjust these handles some more like this. There we go. I'll put another large drip down here like that. Adjust this handle like that. Looking pretty good. And then I'll come over here. I'm going to add another one. I'm just going to click and drag this one down like this. Bring this out, bring that out, bring these in, bring this out a little more, and maybe one right here. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so let me zoom out. As you can see, it's starting to come together here. We're starting to get this drip effect. Now, if you go through and do each individual letter, you can end up with something like this right here. Let me just demonstrate this for you one more time. I'm going to select this letter right here. I'm going to go to the node tool. And as I mentioned before, if there's no nodes where you would like to apply a drip, all you have to do is click to create a node like that. And if you click and drag it down, just make sure it's a rounded node. It should be a rounded node. If not, just click on this button right here that says convert to smooth, and it'll make it a rounded node. Sometimes by mistake, you'll get like a corner node, like if you're working with a font that has straight angular lines instead of like a curved font like this. So just make sure you click on that to make it so that we have a nice fluid rounded tip right here. Bring that in a little more. Bring that in a little more. adjust the direction so it looks like it's falling down and not like to the side or anything like that. And there you go, looking pretty good. So I think at this point you probably should get the idea. All you have to do is go through and repeat that process for all of these letters, and then you end up with something like this right here. So I think that should do it for this tutorial. If you have any questions about how to do this, just go ahead and leave a comment below. And as always, thanks for watching.